Very good evening to you. Welcome to Changi Airport Parking Stand Alpha 19er, sitting outside here, Mike Bravo Fox, Singapore 737 MAX 8. About to embark on service Singapore 251 off to Darwin. So, pretty nice looking aircraft here. Yeah, very nice. It's one of the so-called older MAX 8s. Yeah, so in the SIA fleet. So you can see it still has that. Thing. In real life, this thing is like sort of blocked out. Yeah, there's something there. The window is still there physically. Yeah. All the Mike Bravo Oscar and beyond, this window is just gone. Yeah, and they also have the newer, the LED anti-collision light. Yeah, this one is still the incandescent strobe style. Yeah. So looking quite nice here. We are today here on VATSIM. The approach controller was online just now, yeah, so we'll see whether it's online. Fortunately, jetway doesn't look quite nice. Yeah, I tried to position it as well as I could, but yeah, this unfortunately just too short because of the way the stand has been done. Yeah, so it looks a bit weird here. No, nothing much I can do about that, unfortunately. But yeah, looking quite nice here, and let's get into the aircraft and get her ready for departure. So welcome back to the flight deck here. So let's get into our seat and then we can get the aircraft set up and ready to go. So let's bring the seat in. Okay, so we are currently parking stand Alpha 19er, and the first thing I'm going to do is get out clearance. The reason is because I'm not sure whether the approach controller who's online is going to assign us 02 left or 02 right, 02 left or 02 center. It would be a waste to brief.
Singapore Changi Airport, departure, Infra Romeo, time 1000, departure runway 02 center, sport mode okay. Charlie on all taxiways. Taxiway designations may not be accurate on scenery, refer to charts. Wind, 010 degrees, 14 knots, visibility, 10 kilometers, cloud, few, 2000 feet, scattered, 6,000 feet, broken, 30,000 feet, temperature, 29er, 2.22, QNH, 1011, hectopascals, trend, NOSID, departures, initial climb 3,000 feet, acknowledge AT's Romeo.
Okay, information Romeo.
Singapore.
And let me just confirm that it is approach, yeah, approach is online. Okay, I mean there was no change, yeah, just slight change in the performance, that's all. I mean not change in performance, change in the winds and the temperature, but otherwise everything is still the same. So let's go for clearance. Singapore approach, good evening, Singapore 251, parking stand Alpha 19er, requests flight level 350, clearance Darwin.
Singapore 251, Singapore approach hello, information Romeo, cleared to Darwin, .01 Alpha departure, squawk 2206.
Cleared Darwin, .01 Alpha departure, squawk code 2206, Singapore 251, information Romeo.
Singapore 251, read back correct.
Okay, 2206.
Singapore 23, expect, stand Charlie 1.
I think I forgot to tell him the information, but that's fine. Okay,
Singapore 23, say me again, sorry.
2 clearance 3000. Okay, so let's take a look at the operational flight plan here.
Singapore 23, roger,
so
taxi Victor 5, Victor 13 to Bay Charlie 1, good day.
Fox. That is the real aircraft, okay, as I try to make it as much as I possibly can.
Good day.
Yeah. And we are parking stand Alpha 19er. So from Changi to Darwin International,
Singapore 232 descend to 4,000 feet.
30 and a ground distance of 1878. So relatively longish, you know, it's the flight time is going to be 4 hours 25 minutes. 15 knot headwind, okay, that's fine. Because we're flying westbound, generally we'll have some headwinds. And a flight time of 4 hours 25 minutes, cruising at flight level 350. Now alternate I've selected Cairns. I don't actually know
Singapore 232, fly heading 350.
Cairns as the alternate, because Cairns is pretty far away.
Singapore 232, heading 350.
I was thinking, okay, maybe we go Broome or maybe go somewhere in Indonesia.
Alternate Singapore approach on break, 1 minute, we'll be right back. No reback credit.
Yeah, so Kent seems to be fine. Alternate fuel, that's why you can see final reserve plus alternate is 5.6 tons, which is quite a hefty amount here, giving us a block fuel total of minimum takeoff fuel is 16,421, and block fuel they have put in as 16,6. I've uplifted 72 extra 600 kg. Reason because apparently Darwin, the weather's not so great, even though I think we'll be getting it just fine, and also some CBs en route. And yeah, also if we have to go lower, higher flight level, you know, we can easily just augment. So 600 kg of extra fuel. Routing today is going to be Dotso 1 Alpha off to Dotso, then Tango 21 Optos Mike 774 Kikum Alpha 464 Ikuma Juliet 61 Bakmi Yankee 901 to Anupa for the Anupa 2 Alpha arrival, expecting the Alice Zulu approach runway 29 into Darwin. So Darwin has lasso operations, a land and hold shot of that's the whole shot of the other runway. I forgot the designation, but yeah, should be fine. And yeah, so it's going to be 02 center as we have set up here. You know, normally I always set up 02 center, and 02 center in real life. So thanks to the controller for making it realistic. So scheduled off block is time 1045 Zulu, which is 6:45 PM local. Looks like we're going to be actually early, right? Yeah, we'll probably be early for this. And blocking it at 3:30. 1530 Zulu, which is 1 AM local time to Darwin. 1.5 hours time difference between Singapore and Darwin.
Singapore approaches back, no back, quiet.
And 148 packs on board. This is, I'm pretty certain, quite close to the actual amount, because unless, you know, somehow everybody showed up and there's standby crew. So yeah, 348 packs on board today. 1 empty in business, 5 empty economy. Yeah. So we have 16.3 tons of payload, giving us 61.4 tons of zero fuel weight, which is actually not that high. What's high is the fuel load, because, you know, alternates cans. So therefore, we have a takeoff weight of approximately 78.4 tons, expecting because I uplifted 600 kg of extra fuel. And that means that we are quite close to the max takeoff weight. Yeah, 78.6, just 1.2 kilos, 1.2 tons shy of the max landing weight. Max takeoff weight, yeah. And definitely we are way above max landing weight, that's 69.3. Almost 10 tons. So if we really do need to burn off the fuel, yeah, we'll hold somewhere over South China Sea.
Qantas 37 Singapore approach.
Yeah, maybe,
hello.
Yeah, hold a
Check to Singapore, you gave 1 Alpha arrival. Expect ILS runway 02 left.
Even though that's not going to happen because the failures enable. If this thing even has failures, I'm not sure what it does. Otherwise all good.
Qantas 37, descend to flight level 130.
6900 at Keong. So I think that's somewhere Ujung. Right, is it Ujung? Yeah, somewhere in Ujung, and our critical Mora is Kikum. Is it Kikum? Max shear value, no, triple. Max shear value is 05 triple. Okay, anyway, 04 is it's quite low, you know, compared. Yeah.
Qantas 37 squawk 2216.
And weather en route today. Let's see. There's some segments which we'll review shortly. Volcanic ash segment is Ujung, even though that's not going to affect us in the sim. Changi Airport just now it was 36016 and now 01014. Otherwise, basically good weather. Yeah, with some very nice weather on departure. Darwin currently 29012 knots. Broken 3550, temperature 28, QNH 1005. And probability between 1500 and 03. Thunderstorms with rain. Yeah, probability 30%. Yeah, so that happens to be during our arrival window. Okay, but we'll see about that. May or may not happen.
Singapore 232, descend 3000 feet. On present heading, clear LS approach, runway 02 left.
NOTAMs, nothing really relevant for us. Okay, the standard NOTAMs for Changi.
On present heading, clear areas 02 left.
And Darwin, everything is standard as well. Change
Qantas 37, proceed direct V-mile, high speed approved until further advice.
For lasso runway 2922642. Okay, that's definitely okay. Definitely performance will be fine. And we plan to vacate earlier than that so that we can get off to the air transport apron. Yeah, that's what it's called now. It used to be called RPT apron. And RP Zulu runway 29 LF minima is 540, but we're going to fly the ILS.
37, proceed direct V-mile, Victor, India, Mike Alpha Lima, and high speed approved until further advice.
Routing today is fairly straightforward. Weather en route you can see. okay, some occasional CBs en route over Borneo, and yeah, south of just north of Sulawesi, and then also not sure what that island is called, okay, but near Darwin some CBs around that area, so north of Australia lah. That should be fine. Samuru, we have some CBs over there near Denpasar as well. Yeah, should be all good lah. Yep. Okay, so currently today parking stand Alpha 19er. According to pushback.sinvac.org, the plan is to push back here. Okay, and then after that there's an in real life there's an EOP. So that's what I'm going to do to the aircraft. Yeah, and which very nice. Time models is actually included in the scenery here. Very nice to see here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to push back. We basically follow this thing here. Let's see. Okay, let's try to go back a little bit first. Okay, why is this not working? Okay, normally it should reset because I pressed backspace. Not sure why it wasn't working there just now. Okay, let's do something like that. And all the way out to here. Yeah, something like that. And then further down. Okay, to adjust it a little now. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe we go further back or something like that. And then like this, maybe. Yeah, I think this will work pretty well actually. Maybe okay lah, we'll do something like this lah. Yeah, have to compromise because yeah, it wouldn't be able to do it 100% perfect. Yeah, so something like okay.
Contest 37 Singapore approach.
Go ahead. Contest 37.
Something like that. Maybe.
Contest 37 proceed direct Sanat, high speed approved until further advised.
Okay, something like that.
Please
Okay.
direct Sanat and cancel pay restrictions.
That guy is 100% Australian. He's using all the Australian phraseology. Cancel spade. Yeah. Contest 37. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so push back Pakistan Alpha 19 onto Victor 11. Taxi out Victor 11. Expecting left turn via Victor 10 onto Romeo. Okay, that's likely what's going to be given. And then Romeo Tango. And then southbound on Tango all the way to Tango 12 holding point runway 02 center. Yeah. So Romeo Tango all the way to Tango 1202 center. Full length 4,000 meters for departure. It's going to be the Dotso 1 Alpha departure of 02 center. So straight out to Moxip. Okay, above 2,000. There you go. Moxip above 2,000. Then to Emirates above 4,000. Then to Hospa above 7,000. Then to Vepma. Yep. And then out to Toman and Dotso. Yeah, it's interesting because the Toman departure is basically an overlay of this. Yeah, but I think the Toman flights are to the north. Dotso is what
Singapore radar, good evening. Recap 1721, currently tracking Topo, flight level 350.
3,000 feet, and China IC 230 departing 4,000.
Recap 1721 Singapore approach, hello, squawk 2253.
And yeah,
Squawking
everything's all fine.
2253, recap 1721.
Standard MSA, okay, busy.
Singapore 232, service wind 010 degrees, 14 knots, runway 0 to left to the left.
West of the 360
Singapore
radial
232, clear to run,
of Tekong. The 3 is 4,000, okay, it's 3-1, which I do have set up over here already. Yeah. So basically this this region now, it's gonna up to be 3-1. Yeah, it's really relevant for us because even if we have to either do immediate return, it'll be something like this: a right hand circuit for 02 center. Okay. Route 2 legs, as you can see, 35 miles to hold.
Recap 1721 identified. Head to Singapore, Debut 1 Alpha arrival. Expect ILS runway 0 to left.
Altitude above 3,000.
Head to Singapore via Tabun 1 Alpha arrival, expecting runway 02 left, recap 1721.
For the ILS approach, yeah.
Recap 1721.
Straightforward, and the miss approach
Proceed
will
direct
be
Vexel.
queued via
Proceed direct Vexel, recap 1721.
Okay, not you. Yeah, that's what we want, yeah. standard, straightforward. We've already put in the minimums there, 216 and frequency 10.3 as India Charlie Echo has been tuned over there already. 116.5 for the Takeoff. Yeah, so as you can see, climb outbound 023, outbound Takeoff radio 023 to Takeoff. So basically straight out all the way.
Singapore 826 Singapore, approach hello, clear to Singapore.
And we have
1 Alpha arrival,
left,
expect ILS runway 02 left.
decimal 9er. There you go.
Clear to Singapore
Cover 2206, let's go
arrival.
transponder mode Charlie to cue the controller and know that we are going to be ready shortly.
Singapore 826 proceed direct, Cebu descend to flight level, correction descend, flight level 150.
The rejected takeoff,
Descend to flight
it's going to
level
be straightforward,
150.
below 80 knots, strike for the master caution or abnormalities,
Singapore
above
826
80
proceed
reject
direct,
for
Cebu.
engine fire, engine
Direct to
failure,
Sabin, Singapore 826.
aircraft unsafe, unable, okay, rather
Singapore
engine
Radar
fire,
1721
engine
requesting
failure, so
descent.
engine fire, fire warning, aircraft unsafe, unable to fly, wind shear.
Recap 1721,
Stop,
descend
disconnect
to
auto
flight level
throttle, close the
130.
throttles, manually raise speed brake lever, apply max.
Descend to
first,
flight
max
level
wheel braking.
130, recap
Verify
1721.
the throttle has been disconnected, throttles are retarded, speed brake is up, max reverse has been applied,
Singapore
Singapore
speed
radar
braking,
good.
auto
Good.
auto.
Evening, Indonesia 823.
100,
Wow.
Singapore 826.
Okay, that's quite a lot of transmissions. You go 160 knots, 60 knots, stop the aircraft and runway, set parking brake, you set flap 40 and you inform air traffic control of the reject. We might have had problem run the checklist, take it from there.
And traffic
So
calling
push
for
back,
clearance,
taxi out,
confirm
sit.
call sign Indonesia 823.
EO sit, immediate return,
FM,
reject
IM
takeoff, all
Indonesia
been
823.
briefed ready.
Indonesia 823,
So,
roger, cleared to
looking
Jakarta,
good.
Anito 7 Alpha departure. Squawk,
Okay, quantities
correction,
all
squawk
looking good here.
2276.
And yep, all fine.
Clear to Jakarta via Anito
Finish
7
once and for
Alpha
all. Yeah, let's
departure.
review the
Squawk
performance.
number
So today it's going to be
2276
out of
Indonesia
runway
823.
02 centers, Changi Airport, full time condition, dry 01014, we just got the latest winds, temperature 29, QNH 1011. Flap 5, takeoff 1 rating, takeoff 2 is not available. Air conditioning on, NTI is off. And now takeoff weight is 74. 55
Recap
plus minus
1721, high speed approved until further advice.
545459er and sector temperature 38.
Thank you, high speed approved until further advice, recap 1721.
Giving us 82.9. Okay, that's not going to be fully accurate right now because the APU hasn't been started. So let's take the APU
Singapore 826, request indicated airspeed.
on. Okay.
Indicated airspeed 290,
Rest
Singapore
is
826.
fine. These are off because
Singapore 826, roger, reduce speed to 50
probably
knots.
it's quite warm. Yeah, I
Reduce
think
to
if you are
50
close to 30
Singapore
degrees,
826.
the window heat can actually, like, you'll automatically turn off. Yeah, so it won't heat up the window.
137,
necessarily.
descend to 4000 feet, QNH 1014.
Okay, buddy, yeah, there you go, N1 limit, temperature 38, takeoff 1, yeah. Okay, this will change to the correct value later on. Okay, so flap 5 currently, 6.87, 535358, that's within one out of the tablet.
Singapore
so
826,
it should be
proceed
fine.
direct,
That's
Tabun.
been set,
Direct
3000,
Sabin, Singapore
courses
826.
023 is set, runway heading 023 as well. Okay, excellent. So what we can do now is we can actually go ahead and close the doors, get ready for departure already. So system, is it left aft entry is okay? Yeah, okay, that's closed. That's correct. Yeah, this is what we want. So close these. Ground support. Disconnect the air conditioning, and we'll get rid of the loaders, and the restricted safety codes can be gotten rid of as
Singapore
well.
232, welcome home, vacate
It's not
whiskey
what we
5,
want.
turn
So
right
still wanna be
whiskey.
on this. We'll still keep the chocks in and the
Singapore
GPU because the thing
232,
hasn't
package
been-
whiskey 5, turn right whiskey.
Okay, it's come online already, excellent. Okay, we'll time it for 3 minutes, then we'll take the APU bleed on. Okay, so we can go and disconnect, remove chocks already. Yep, so everything has all been disconnected, right? There you go, excellent. No, that's not what we want. We want performance and payload. Yeah, actually we want terminal charts. That's what's relevant for us here. So
Recap
performance steps.
1721, descend to 8000 feet,
Alright,
QNH
let's do the pre-flight
1011.
checklist. Pre-flight checklist.
Descend 8000
Oxygen
feet,
tested
QNH 1011,
100%.
recap
Navigation
1721.
transfer display switches, we have normal auto. Window heat we have on. Okay, it's currently switches are in the on position, but it's off currently due to the high temperature. Pressurization mode selector is in auto set for flight level 350. That's our cruising level for today. So you can see, even though we are heavy, we're near the max takeoff weight, it's able to get up quite close there, 347. By the time we actually get up to 35, probably take about 25 plus minutes to get up there. We'll be quite close there already. Yeah. Flight instruments, we've got heading of 003, 003, QNH of 1011, set once, twice, three times, getting about 30
Victor
feet.
6, Victor 7 to be Alpha 5. Good day.
So parking brake is set, engine start, levers are cut off, and weather radar, that's not involved. Preflight checklist.
to gate Alpha
Instead,
5.
let's do the
Thank you, ATC. Good night.
Ladies and
Singapore
gentlemen,
232
very
negative
good
after
evening
Victor
to
6,
you.
taxi
Welcome
Victor.
on Singapore Airlines Flight 251 service from Singapore to Darwin. With me, the flight deck's first officer, blah blah blah, and looking after you in the cabin is a team of 4 cabin crew, led by a flight service manager, blah blah blah. Flight time to this evening expected to be about 4 hours 25 minutes, cruising at 35,000 feet, departing Singapore to the north and then turning right to track generally southeasterly direction towards Bali, crossing just north of Bali and then over towards Darwin.
Sriwijaya, Roger,
Weather route
information Juliet, stand by ATC clearance number 1.
Some cumulonimbus clouds along the way, which we should be able to avoid, no problem. And weather in Darwin at the moment, there's a possibility of some thunderstorms during our arrival period. We can be updated and inform you before descent of the latest weather conditions. Thank you very much for choosing to fly Singapore Airlines, and we do wish that you enjoy the flight, and we trust that you'll be well looked after, enjoy the service. If you do wish to monitor the progress of the flight, you can do so via the in-flight entertainment system flight path channel. Thank you very much for your patience, and we should be
Sriwijaya 438 ATC clearance.
Flight. Okay, so cabin crew comes in and says, okay, everything okay.
Sriwijaya 438 set to Bali Denpasar, input 1 Juliet departure,
flight deck door.
squawk 2213.
And 3 minutes already, excellent. Is it 3 minutes actually? Yeah, it's 3 minutes. So let's take the APU bleed on. We don't want the cabin to get too hot, especially now. Actually, let's go high flow for...
Sriwijaya 438, reback correct.
Alright, let's go ahead and do the before start checklist.
823 ready for push and start, Delta 35.
Yeah, before start checklist, EFB, airplane mode.
Indonesia 823, pushback approved,
not
space
yet. The jetway hasn't been disconnected. So let's get that going. Halt the before start checklist for now. Can go ahead and connect the tap. Connect the tap.
Cockpit to ground.
The jetway should automatically close. They can come off.
Stand by.
Singapore 826, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1011.
So yeah, looks like we're gonna be on time. Okay, yeah, on time, maybe not early, but on time. Alright, before start checklist, EFB airplane mode, papers and logbooks. Board doors we have closed and the flight deck door is locked. Fuel on board we've got 17,190. That's way above our minimum takeoff weight of 16.6, also checked. Fuel pumps 6 on, crossfeed closed, passenger signs
Malaysian 219, Singapore approach hello.
locked.
Squawk
MCP
2217.
2 is 158. Heading 023, altitude 3,000 feet.
You may lift.
Takeoff speeds V1 153, VR 153, V2 158. Checked and set. CD preflight is complete. Rudder aileron trim we have. Free and 0. Taxi takeoff briefing complete. Holding at collision. Waiting for push clearance. Alright, let's go for push. Singapore approach Singapore 251 Pakistan Alpha 19. Request push and start.
ILS runway 02 left.
Okay, just nice.
02 Singapore via Double 1 Alpha arrival at the ILS 02 left, layer 219.
Malaysian 219, descend to flight level 13, correction, descend by the star, flight level 130.
Descend by star, flight level 130, Malaysian 219.
Qantas 37, descend 2,500 feet, fly heading 290.
Next 3,500 and return heading
Qantas 37, descend 2,500 feet, fly heading 290.
3,500 and fly heading 290.
Singapore approach Singapore 251 parking stand Alpha 19. Request push and start.
Singapore 251, pushback approved, face west.
Pushback approved, face west, Singapore 251. Alright, start pushback
Cockpit
please.
to ground.
Takeoff Deflation lights on, so that's before start
Singapore
checklist complete. They have
approach,
stop cockpit, so the
good
electric
evening.
hydraulic pump system A can remain on.
Push start.
Right cap 307 currently
Brakes released.
flight level
Parking brakes are
350.
released.
Recap 307, Singapore approach hello, contact me overhead Topor.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Recap
Right, off
1721,
we go,
descend to
time
4000 feet.
It will start in the
40,
sequence.
Descend
40
4,000
basically,
feet,
so
right,
20
cap
seconds
1721.
early. Yeah, if you can consider that to be early. So face west, yeah, that's the standard push that we have already. Yeah, well, there's only one way to push out
Recap
of
1721,
119.
maintain speed 180 knots until 8 mile final.
Roger, speed 180 knots until 8 mile final, right cap 1721.
Okay, and let's say ground cockpit says clear to start engines, so clear to start. Start sequence will be 2 then 1. So packs off.
Singapore 826, descend to 5000 feet.
Start number 2,
Descend to 5,000 to right 6.
N2. N1.
Recap 1721, fly heading 040.
To confirm, calling for right cap 1721.
Recap 1721, affirm, fly heading 040.
Heading 040, requires 1721.
Qantas 37, turn right heading 350, cleared ILS approach runway
Operation.
02 left.
Turn right heading 350, cleared left approach runway 02 left.
So there you go.
Sriwijaya
free
438,
flow.
pushback approved, face south.
EGT is coming alive as well. Pushback looks fine. Yeah, they're pushing us all the way to the disconnect point now. The EOP point, that's what they call it. This is the one for Alpha 2.
Singapore 826,
Quite
proceed
interesting because
direct,
you can push
Samco.
all the way here, then you can come here, then yeah.
Okay, pushback completed.
Recap 1721, on present heading, cleared ILS approach runway 02 left.
Alright, starter cutout.
Cleared ILS
Parking
approach
brake
runway
set,
02
monitor
left on
disconnect.
present heading right cap 1721.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect.
Yep, clear disconnect, see you on the right side. Thank you for the push, see you next time. Okay, 2 stable, start number 1. We do isolated pack start because weather is quite warm today. So N2.
Malaysian 219er, descend to 8000 feet, QNH
Motoring.
1011.
Descend
So
8000 feet,
motoring here.
1011, Malaysian 219.
So-called BRM, bolt motor rotoring. Because of the high heat and
Qantas
line
37,
shaft.
surface wind 010 degrees, 14 knots, runway 02
pressure.
left, clear to land.
Good land 02 left, Qantas.
Can we see him anywhere?
Singapore approach right cap 1721, established on the
hard, I can't really
localizer
see
in
him
runway
right
02
now.
left.
Yeah, I might be looking
Recap
the wrong direction.
1721, continue approach runway 02 left.
So there
Roger,
you
continue
go.
approach runway 02 left,
This
right cap 1721.
Singapore 826, descend to 4000 feet.
Descend 4,000.
Free flow.
Right cap
EGT.
30.
Recap 307, Singapore approach hello, squawk 2236.
Squawk 2236, right cap 07.
Okay, so later the thing is going to go auto quiet very shortly lah. So about 1005 you suddenly go that early. So that's fine. We'll just continue that. We won't try to do anything because I can't even go vertical speed. We tried that the other time. Yeah. So we just do it from there. If it clears higher, then we go VNAV back again. Starter cutout monitor 1. Okay, 1 stable. To start flows. Flight controls.
And recap 1721, reduce
Full
to
up.
minimum approach speed.
Roger, reducing
down.
to minimum, right cap 1721.
Control. Full left. Full right. Neutral. And the rudder. Full full left, full right, neutral. Flight controls checked. Before taxi checks. Generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice off, hydraulic system switches on, isolation valve is auto, engine start switch is continuous, recall checked, auto brake RTO, engine start levers idle, D10 flight controls check, transponder altitude reporting off, and ground equipment we have left side clear and right side clear, hand signal received, we mentioned that. Yep. Alright, ready for taxi. Singapore approach Singapore 251, request taxi. Yeah, by the way, our window heat came on, so
Singapore 251, taxi Victor 10, Romeo, Tango to holding point Tango 12, runway 02 center.
Taxi Victor 10, correction, Victor 10, Romeo, Tango 12, holding point 02 center, Singapore 251. Okay, brakes release, config checked. Just a little bit of thrust to get moving, not like the NG. Yeah. Alright, and let's say cabin crew now prepares they're doing the demo, and then but then yeah,
about 826, descend 3000 feet, left heading 040, cleared ILS approach, runway 02 left.
Descend to 3000 feet, then left heading
turn these off as well.
040 and keep the ILS.
Oh, that's the Qantas. Wow, quite nice. Well, it's coming quite fast for 380. I've never seen a 380 come in so fast before.
Malaysian 219er, proceed direct to Vexel.
Okay, now it looks slower.
Proceed
Yeah.
direct Vexel, Malaysian 219er.
Oh, nice landing. What a greaser. Yeah, very nice. And a breezer, that's roughly at where the aiming point is.
Stand by, brake cap 307,
So
clear to Singapore,
okay, so
T-Boon
Victor
1 Alpha
now.
arrival.
Next
Expect
left,
LS runway 02 left.
0. That's checked. So any changes to departure
Brake
briefing?
cap 1721, expect late landing clearance.
Everything is
Roger, expecting late landing clearance, track 171.
really now. Really need.
Montage 37, expedite vacate whiskey 5, turn left whiskey.
Yeah, he's quite still quite. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah. Okay, Romeo right side is clear, ignoring the vehicle, of course, and left side clear as well. Do a full left turn over here onto Romeo.
3 Jaya 438, taxi Foxtrot to holding point runway 04.
That will be at Hang Nadip International, which is at Batam, which Singapore approach does cover. Because in real life, that is how it is. Singapore approach does.
Brake cap 1721, runway 02 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 02 left, right 171, thank you.
I want to just find out how close he is. Where is he? Oh, if I can't see him, then he must have been really close. Oh, there you go, he's just over there, yeah. Oh, so it was
Montage 37, roger, taxi Papa 7 to Bay Delta
okay, this one
46
we add a
today.
bit of thrust. But max on here is 20 knots, according to the signage. Okay, we passed the signboard, but there's a signboard in real life that's somewhere here that says that. Wow, really slowed down massively here.
Brake cap 1721, welcome to Singapore, vacate whiskey 4, turn right whiskey, give way to the Airbus, the Qantas Airbus 380.
Roger, turn right onto whiskey 4 and whiskey, I will give way for the Airbus 380 Qantas, right 171.
So that would mean that the Qantas vacated whiskey 4 probably, right? Is it? Did I hear correctly? Channel, I'm not too sure.
Singapore 826, surface wind 010 degrees 14 knots, runway 02 left, clear to land.
To whiskey 4.
Singapore 86.
Even though the approach
Malaysian
speed is actually
219er, descend to
quite
4000
slow
feet.
for the 380. Compared to the 73, the approach speed is quite high.
Descend
Normally the
4000
expectation is to
feet,
vacate whiskey 5, which would mean more aggressive braking rate. Yeah. So let's start riding the brakes really, not a bit too fast. Yeah, slow down to about 10 knots and then we'll pick up the speed, and then coming up to Tango we slow down again. So come up Romeo 7, left and right are both clear. Okay, so this one will be Romeo 8, which is clear left and right. Tango looks clear as well. It's nice to see. So let's start slowing down for our turn onto Tango.
Recap 1721, expect Bay Golf 4, taxi Whiskey, Romeo, hold short of Romeo 8.
Roger, expecting 4, taxi Whiskey, Romeo 4, confirm, recap 1721.
Recap 1721, after Romeo, hold short of Romeo 8.
I think the reason why they do that is because they have
after
a
Romeo,
policy
hold Romeo
where
8,
they
recap
don't give you
1721.
too many taxi instructions. Yeah. So Whiskey, Romeo, hold short Romeo 8, yeah, I guess that's why.
Sriwijaya 438, surface wind, crash at bottom, surface wind 050 degrees, 15 knots. Runway 04, clear for takeoff.
Now just like let the aircraft accelerate all the way on idle thrust. Way past the trim blade warm up already, so that's good. Yeah, so that's where the place is, yeah. So I think he assigned Golf 4 based on the actual parking stand the aircraft is was assigned in real life, probably. Yeah, I would expect so at least. Yeah, so that's Golf 17, then all the way down to Golf 4. Okay, cabin will be long secured by now already. Everything is all good. Yeah, nothing really much to worry about. Should have a nice uneventful departure. Yeah, the only thing that, well, would be so
Malaysian
great is that
219er, descend
when it
3000
goes to
feet,
FMC
fly heading 050.
speed and VNAV alt a bit
Descend
too fast
3000
for
feet,
my taste.
fly,
Yeah. At least the PMDG doesn't do that so early. Yeah. But here it
Malaysian
does it very
219er, fly
fast.
heading 050.
So okay, then, he wants to do that, you can do that. Then after that, I'll just yeah, we'll follow the flight director if it gives us reasonable commands. There's another aircraft coming to land 02 center, 02 left rather. That's Singapore 826. 777-200. Yeah, from Mali. Yeah, should get back the 777-200. Yeah, haven't flown it for a long time. So there you go, that's where he's going to be. But instead Golf 4. So all the way down, yeah. I can't request for intersection departure. Yeah. In the real Changi, you have to request for intersection departures. Yeah, I don't think they proactively offer it to flight crew. Yeah, but anyway, today the tablet can't accept intersection departures. Yeah. And normally I also don't, because in real life, you know, at this time of day, everybody will be getting tangled.
Singapore 761, Singapore approach, hello, clear to Singapore, radar vectors after pass through. Expect ILS runway
Tango
0 to
1
left.
coming up. So Tango 1 2 will be next.
Pass through and expect ILS to left. So 4761.
Singapore 761, descend to flight level, question, descend to 10,000 feet, QNH 1011.
Okay, you can start to slow down already.
10,000 feet and QNH 1011.
Let's see whether he gives us our line-up clearance. So right side preemptively looks clear. Okay, let's do the before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist, flaps, we have 5 green light stabilizer trim 6.86 units set before takeoff
Malaysian
checklist.
219er on present heading, cleared LS approach runway 0 to left.
Okay, 02 center, stop for this.
Heading,
Okay, brake set. No, there you go, now brake set. And left and right are all clear, we are ready as well, so we'll call him.
Sriwijaya 438, identify, climb to flight level 320.
These can come off in good time.
Level 320, Sriwijaya 48.
Approach Singapore 251 ready.
Singapore 251, surface wind 3, correction, surface wind 010 degrees, 14 knots, climb 3,000 feet, runway 02 center, clear for takeoff.
Sub 3000, runway 02 center, clear takeoff, Singapore 251.
Singapore
Cabin crew, takeoff
826,
stations.
welcome to Correction, welcome home. Taxi, Quebec, expect Bay, Foxtrot for Correction, expect Bay, Echo 26.
So right side clear and left side
Taxi via Quebec,
clear as well.
expect Echo 26, good.
So clear to enter and line up. We'll take our time since there's no rush. And also, yeah, want to avoid what we did yesterday, which was almost a runway excursion. I went to look at the replay, there was no runway excursion.
6,480.
It's a terrible lineup. KFCP all set. This one is on as well. That is checked.
Homeland 7,
Cabin crew secured.
368,
Cabin is secured.
Singapore,
Cabin crew advised.
approach hello, squawk 2252.
2252.
Homeland 7, 368 negative, squawk
Alright, we'll do a rolling takeoff.
2252.
Yeah, no sense doing so.
Singapore 761, fly heading 17, question fly heading 180.
Right.
180
There we go.
for
Let's run it up.
Sriwijaya 438, proceed direct, URES.
On runway 02, center.
Stabilize, take off.
Malaysian 219er, surface wind 010 degrees, 14 knots, runway 02 left, triple left. Malaysian 219er, surface wind 010 degrees, 14 knots, runway 02 left, triple left. Singapore 826, taxi Quebec, Papa 7 to Bay Echo 26 today.
V1.
Rotate. Positive
Homeland
brakes.
7368 identified, clear to Singapore, Ilalo 1 Alpha arrival, expect ILS runway 02 left.
Level 1 arrival, expect Alice approach runway 2 left. Homeland 7368.
7368, descend to
So he's
level
supposed to
160.
identify us himself. I don't believe I need to call airborne, but if we have the level of 3000, once we level 3000, I'll call airborne. Okay, there you go. VNAV speed, VNAV all coming out 130. That is really, yeah, preemptive. Okay, but we fly the acceleration passing 15.
Homeland 7368, descend 5 star, flight
So
level
flaps
160.
Level 160,
So can we go vertical speed? Okay, we can go
Singapore
vertical speed.
251 identified, climb 6000 feet.
Flap 6000 Singapore 251. So flaps up, specific vertical speed, climb to 6000. Let's go back to VNAV. Speed
Singapore
limit
761,
230.
descend to 7000 feet.
Set and 1 VNAV speed. So we have flaps up, no lights. Coming to 6000, speed limit 230 for the until passing 3000, passing 4000 rather. And shading. Oh, what is? Oh, okay. Okay, that's my bad. Command. Yeah. No wonder. Yeah. Somehow I thought the autopilot was engaged.
Recap 1721,
That's why you
taxi
check.
uniform,
Okay, command.
uniform 7, uniform 2 to Bay Golf 4, good day.
After takeoff checklist, engine bleeds on packs, auto, landing
to
gear on,
uniform,
flaps
uniform
up, no
7,
lights
uniform
after
2
takeoff checklist.
to Takeoff 4, recommend 7.
Passing 4000, close speed window. approaching 10,000 feet now, so that's prepared to go 6 minutes, yeah, because that's we were held down a bit lower.
Land 7368 descend to 10,000 feet, QNH 1011.
Lines. Keep the belts on for a bit because this is fine, we're passing through the base over here. Wind set.
Malaysian 219er, taxi Quebec, Papa 7 to Bay Echo 27.
This is fine, set ready. Don't need that light on. Can take copy.
Singapore 761, turn right heading 10.
Copy, 1 and 1 copy please. There you go. Next pages, delete. Okay, clear of weather. 1,000 coming up. So let's go set standard once, twice, and 3 times. Standard set. Passing flight level 112 now. Checked. And weather update looks good. So fasten belts in the water. Excellent. So climbing out nicely. Approach will hand us off shortly to Unicom, and then we will see you for the approach and arrival into Darwin. Yeah, after a nice sunset cruise.
Singapore
So see you then.
512.
I know we're gonna be alright. grain of sand. Hear this anthem. It's the voices of our friends. Come whatever. On the road ahead, we did it before, and we'll do it again. See this island, every grain of sand. Hear this anthem. It's the voices of our friends. Come whatever. On the road ahead, we did it before. Do it again.
Welcome back. So currently we are on descent to 10,000 feet, which is the without coordination standard level. So you can see Darwin there. That's Darwin Airport. That's the city over there. Looking very nice over here. So aircraft is just now slowing down to 250. 250 to 10,000 restriction. Approaching transition level, which is 110 in Australia. So set level gauge once, twice, and 3 times. Right. 1006 set once, twice, 3 times, passing altitude 10,700 feet. Now it's checked. And let's say Darwin approach further places down 6,000, which is I believe another standard. Darwin TCU. Drag required, it's where's my wow, this is a major issue. Yeah, I thought it was okay, well we'll just say high speed approved, because where's the how come the diesel wasn't planned? That's really strange. Okay. Well, as you can see, awaiting service pack 1. Okay, but that's fine. With the speed breakout, we should be able to slow ourselves right down all the way to actually. Yeah, it's really strange that wasn't. Yeah, no slow down. Yeah, why wasn't that? Normally it's able to do it quite nicely. Not sure why this time it just totally failed to respect that. But okay, the next restriction anyway is going to be ducty 230 below about 3,000. Okay, because we're going to be on the Anuma 1 alpha arrival. Sorry, Anuma 1 and number 2 alpha arrival now. So currently we just passed this one now towards ducty max 230 below 3,000 and to Nilo and par on the Alice approach runway 29, Alice Zoot runway 29. Courses 286 set both sides. Frequency 109.7, Darwin UR 112.6 has been set. Miss approach, minimums first 290, set both sides, and miss approach very straightforward. Afraid miss approaches are always very straightforward. Prime 3000 straight by ATC, track 268, so easy straight into 3000. We already have the signal India Delta November that's checked, it's ident as well, checked. So after arrival, it's going to be straightforward. Okay, we're going to vacate Bravo 2 and turn right towards the air transport apron, formerly the RPT apron. Let's see. Okay, I really don't like the speed. What is going on? Okay, let's go level change. Yeah, speed. Bring the speed all the way back down to 230. Okay, further descent now down to. That's platform altitude for the approach. Platform altitude for the approach is La Paz 3000, so let's go down to 3000. Let's exit down to 3000. Controller. Double traffic Singapore 251, currently right base for the Alice runway 29 approach, approximately 1.5 track miles to touchdown without traffic. Okay, should we just find I put in the 5 mile and 12 mile fixed rings. Okay, we're gonna turn all the way now to 286, which is the runway heading, so let's set runway heading 286. We are above the glide slope, slightly above, that's fine. Continue on the descent here. So after landing, we're going to be parking stand 2, okay, straight for Bravo 2, all the way straight up to parking stand 2, yeah, which is where the real aircraft is parking. So all the way, very straightforward here. Just going to keep this one on, yeah, this is what we keep. Okay, looks like we're coming in fine, coming in the glide slope nicely. So let's go follow, approach actually, MSP single channel glide slope. Bring the speed all the way back down. Flaps 1. Start slowing the speed brake ready. This approach altitude is set 3000. That was a very quick approach, I'm gonna say, yeah. Cabin crew landing stations. And because of that, also forgot to take the lights on. That should have come on as well, of course. Okay, approach checklist. Altimeters 1006 at once, twice, 3 times, passing 3,400 feet, now checked. Okay, still fast, wow, okay, this is bad, so let's go all the way flap 5, okay, we'll have to go all the way to flap 5. Okay. Actually, let's drop the gear, yeah, gear down, please, thank you. Tower traffic Singapore 251 currently established Alice Super runway 9 7 miles to touchdown. Tower traffic. Thank you very much for this.
2500.
Let's check. Top 10. So start switches. Speed brake is in the D10 there. We don't want to have more than flap. I think the guideline is more than flap 10, right? So start the speed brake, flap 15. Continue bring down the speed. Below 175 for flap 30. So VREF plus 5150. Landing checklist starts with just continuous speed brake. Green light landing gear down 3 flaps 30, green light landing checklist complete. Okay, yeah, well, today we're going to do auto brake 2 instead of flap 30 auto brake 2. Okay, just about coming in 5 miles stable, let's say taxi light on because we've got a landing clearance. Let's take the aircraft manually coming in from here. So auto pilot off and flight director. So no promised thunderstorms, yeah, just a bit of cloud, but you know, that's totally fine, really nothing much.
$1,000.
Stable.
Approaching 29.
Checked. So I'm going to say the wing is swinging around a bit. I just know it's from the left, now it's from the right. 500 feet check, by the way.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50.
Glide slope.
30. 20. 10.
Okay, speed breakup. Goes a normal. So the nice headwind today. Also absolutely no issues here. 60 knots. Manual braking. Gotta be 10 knots for the turn here because it's a tight turn here. So I believe this is the one that we're looking for. Okay, it says Bravo 2. So timing.
Searching for a trail to follow again. Take me back to the night we met. And then I can't tell myself what the hell I'm supposed to do. And then I can't tell myself not to ride along with you. I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Taking me back to the night we met. When the night was full of terror and your eyes were filled with tears, when you had not touched me yet. Oh, take me back to the night we met. I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Take me back to the night we met. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, haunted by the ghost of you. Take me back to the night we met.
Let's clean up. Not this. Traffic Singapore 251 runway vacated, taxi to the air transport parking stand to Darwin traffic. Okay, we're coming up really fast already actually. I believe parking stand 2 is actually slightly over to the right. Yeah, there you go, it's this one here. Too bad there's a vehicle in our way, but we're gonna have to ignore them. So lights off. Weather radar is off already. Interestingly, there is no 7-3. I'm pretty certain it's this one here. Yeah, it's not Hotel 2. But that's fine. Yeah, there isn't even any marking, so we'll just take the 330 marking. So, brake set please, thank you. And spell the EPU. Just about 2-minute marking, yeah, that's fine. So at 3 minutes it should nicely give us our 2 blue, 1 red. So in the meantime, let's continue to clean up here. Oh, you need some trim. There you go. These two can be reset once and twice. What else? Yeah, everything else looks relatively fine, yeah. Oh yes. Okay, this one, yeah, we leave it here for now. Okay, coming up to 2 to 3 minutes very shortly. Okay, if I time this nicely, I should just about here now. Maybe about 5 more seconds. There you go. 2 blue, 1 red, engines dead. Cabin crew, doors to disarm, cross check. 2000 standby. Engines spooling down. Electric hydraulic pumps, this one can come off. Second go ground power. 1 and 2 below 20%. And we take the local light on as well, which should have been on for our landing actually. So ground support. Chocks. Connect. Let's say we don't have any of that. The safety cones. Yeah, let's say now we have also the these two, and let's get the bulk loading. Okay. Shutdown checklist. So shutdown checklist: fuel pumps. We've got one on for the APU, the rest are off. Passenger signs off, propede, auto, hydraulic panel is set, anti-collision light is off, flaps up, no lights, parking brake is set, engine start levers are cut off, and weather radar is off. Shutdown checklist complete. And actually you can read the brakes or brake cooling because we have the chocks, yeah. 0.2, not sure whether that's entirely realistic, yeah, because yeah, I mean I've tested this, even at max manual braking, right, it doesn't really heat up that much, yeah, which is quite interesting. Okay, but quite a nice sector here now. The cabin crew will be deboarding the aircraft, so let's go white bright both zones. And okay, not sure what that sound was, probably hit something accidentally. This one can come here, jetway can come connect. There you go, jetway is coming in. did I press? Yeah, I'm not sure what I pressed on actually. Yeah, must have been something on this side. Yeah. But okay, no, looking actually quite nice. Safely on the ground here in Darwin. Yeah, the scenery is by Malaysian Flight Simulation Group. Quite interesting that it's them and not I don't know like AUC or Orbex or Impulse. Yeah. I mean it's okay. It's not. Yeah, it's not really that bad honestly. I mean I've seen worse, but obviously it doesn't look that awesome. This yeah. Could be better, but it's not the worst. Yeah. Otherwise, I think quite decent. Yeah. Quite nice actually. Yeah, quite nice, and overall quite an enjoyable sector. Yeah, would have been better without some of the mistakes, like for example that autopilot thing on departure. Well, that would have been of course a very major thing. Yeah. Somehow I don't know. Yeah, because the reason I realized why, because the way I have my control set up, I have to take my hands off the control to manipulate the MCP. So because they were off the controls for some time, it led me to believe that subconsciously that the autopilot was engaged, which it wasn't. Yeah. So okay, lesson learned here. Be more mindful about that. Yeah, you must learn something new every flight or so. But yeah, otherwise quite nice. Quite uneventful flight actually in general. Yeah, but pretty decent overall. Yeah, nice to have some Singapore approach online out of Singapore. So looking quite nice here in Darwin. Yeah, just past 1 AM probably. Right, what's the time now? Actually, yeah, it's coming up on, it's 29 PM. No, 11:59 PM in Darwin now. So yeah, looking quite nice. Sorry, what am I saying? 12:59 AM in Darwin. Yeah. So looking pretty good, and yeah, we will see you for the next flight, whatever it might be. Maybe it's in the MAX 8 to somewhere else. Yeah, or coming into Singapore from somewhere. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.